All right, so we're gonna just go ahead and get started, and Liam will or will not join us midstream as. Um, okay, so you return from the city to the temple, with Brother Menth in tow. Ah, there he is.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, that's what we had to do. We had to start it so that he would join us.
Yes.
And he has no camera.
Can you hear me?
Yep, there we go.
Affirmative.
All right.
Yeah, I'm super paranoid about online classes, so I always gotta like hit the manual buttons and just like make sure no one hears me.
Fair enough. So you guys return to the temple from the city with Brother Menth with you. And Brother Taurus is very happy to see him and see that he is well, and welcomes him back with open arms. And then there's the small matter of your compensation. He renews his offer. You can take the 8 credits, or you can take 6 credits and the special healing solve that they have.
And that's a one-time use, you said, but we could study it to make more.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think we're just the 8 credits.
I might just want the credits.
What's the effect of that, though?
So the mechanic for it is if you use it, when you perform a recovery downtime action, you don't roll dice to see how much progress you make on the clock. You just instantly fill the clock.
Okay. And on the recovery roll, that covers if up to how many harm? Like if you're at 3 harm, what does that bring you down to?
It's all gone. Yeah, when you
5 harm.
Remember, this is not harm. We've got level 1, 2, and 3 harm.
Oh,
level
okay.
4 harm is you're fucking dead.
You're dead. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
You
level
can have
3, it brings you back down to 0 without having to roll a dice.
yes. Yeah. Yeah, if you use the solve, you don't need to roll any dice. It's just automatically done. Whereas normally you'd probably need to take 2 downtime actions to clear a.
What are the chances you're going to be having 3 harm anytime soon?
Didn't you have 2 harm at one point
No,
and lucked yourself out of it or something?
that's not true. Just take the credits.
Credits. He's right. I think
There's gonna be a time we're not gonna be lucky with our rolls.
Or we just kill
we
the
don't
guy, take the credits and the solve.
But here's the thing though. If we take the healing thing and study it, we can make as many as we need. So then if we run into one of those situations, instead of wasting, so on the downtime action to repair whatever it is,
recovery roll.
Can you do that more than once?
Yeah. You can take multiple downtime actions to recover.
Okay, so instead of having to take multiple to recover from, say, a level 3 trauma, you can use this once and still have another downtime action to do something else.
Now we're businessmen. We might not even have any combat this session. You know, we're just trying
for this session. This could be later on.
I would like to point out that ever since dipshit McGillicuddy over here decided that he wanted to holy hand grenade of Antioch those two, we will habitually have combat because he can't keep his gun in his holster.
That's a fair point.
So I'm just pointing this out.
It's only 2 less credits. I mean, it's not like it's 8 credits versus 4 credits where it's double. It's 2 less credits, and we're getting something we can study for future use.
How about
It could come in handy for our drunk pilot.
you and Liam will take 2 less credits for the, and then, okay?
Credits?
I'd be
Well,
willing to give
the
up
credits go to
one
all
of
of
my
us.
credit.
I'll go with one of my credits for it.
Okay.
But the problem, yeah, I guess Mike isn't here, so Mike doesn't get a credit for that. So.
No, he wasn't on the mission, so he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
He stayed on the ship.
All right, then me and Liam will get first dibs on using the things. Pretty fair deal.
Yeah, I
Thank you
can't
very
unless
much, Doc.
I can hack into it. There's really nothing I can do for you.
Well, it's more just something I'm gonna have to research. But after that, it's something you just. Is this like a medicine you take, Nate, or like what physically is it?
So it's wrapped in some. This is a jungle planet, so they got like huge ass leaves. It's a packet that's wrapped in a giant leaf, and it is like this blackish brownish goop. It smells fucking awful.
Yeah,
but the mendicants
fixes you.
Tell you this is like it does an incredible job of speeding along the healing process in the human.
You got to keep that in your quarters on the ship, okay? Just
well, that's why they wrap it in the leaf.
Yeah.
I mean, you could transfer it to like some Tupperware or some shit.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, space Tupperware.
TMs.
I'd pay 1 less credit for that if Liam's good with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Right. So
3 credits for me.
Pax and Doug take 2 credits. Tyrion and Liam take 1 and add the healing solve to your gear.
Healing solve.
Mm-hmm.
How much cred do I get here?
2.
Are we? So the ship is getting none, right?
Correct.
And it's at. It has 3 credits right now, so we're good.
Yep. Okay. If you don't have any questions for the mendicants, we'll move on to the next step, which is upkeep, and that's going to cost you 1 if you guys want to pay upkeep.
What does upkeep do?
It costs you 1 cred to keep the ship running and maintained, or we make a roll to see if you have bad consequences.
So we'll spend a cred from the ship, I would think.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yep. Go ahead and spend it.
It is spent. Alex.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Gone. 2 credits left on the.
All right. Let's see. What do we have next? Next, heat. So that last job was low exposure, so you're only getting +1 heat from that. However, murdering the son of a semi-famous pirate outfit has brought some additional heat on you. So
that was bags.
Your heat in the iota system goes up to 4.
Oof.
So, honestly, that's not bad. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine. Go play your games. It's fine.
All right. So for downtime, I assume you guys aren't going to hang out at the Mendicant's Temple for the whole thing, and that you're going to want to go do some stuff.
Chart a course.
Do you guys want to go to a different planet, or you just want to go to the capital city here on Amarath?
I think we need to gather some intel and find out where
Entropazine is, and what exactly is Entropazine?
Yeah, that's the first question I think we should be asking ourselves.
We can put that off a little bit until after downtime. Just for the downtime, though, are you guys going to stay at the Mendicant's Temple? Or are you going to go elsewhere?
Probably stay in the capital of the planet. If we're trying to find out what the chemical is anyway, we're probably going to have better luck figuring out here on the planet. So my thought would be just go to the capital.
Yeah, since they're mainly just based on
doctors here.
this planet.
Don't they know? They're all scientists. Here at the temple.
Not really.
The guy was. They had it there. That's where we got the first stash from. It was.
So what I'd say is, don't worry about if. So one of the things I wanted to do differently, going forward, is I noticed with the jobs we do, we run straight into them. We select the job, then we're making the engagement roll, and we're figuring out details about the job as we're going through. And I think I want to change that up a little. I think what I want to do is we're going to select the job, and then each player is going to get to make a gather information roll. Gather information rolls are not something we had been doing, but it's like a normal action roll, but the consequences for failure are just you get less information. And I think that would represent the prep work you do between deciding on the job and deciding on how you're going in. Like, it's not going to be careful planning, it's just going to be finding stuff out about your target.
Okay. So what do we do during downtime?
So during downtime, there's a list of actions that you can take. And you get 2 downtime actions per downtime. There's acquire an asset, which will let you get limited time use of a thing or people. Craft, which lets you make a thing that you have the schematics for. Indulge your vice, which is the mechanic for reducing your stress. Lay low, which is how you reduce heat and work on reducing your wanted level. Long-term project, work on long-term project. That's where you work on something long-term. You had started working on trying to identify what this artifact you were in possession of was. Recover, that's where you work on recovering from harm. Repair, where you repair ship systems, and train, where you gain experience points on a particular attribute that you can spend on skills later. So we're going to get to that in just a second, but you guys land in the capital city of Amarath, and we haven't talked a lot about what it's like inside the Cerberus. So what's the interior of the ship like? Give it some character for me, guys.
Beer cans everywhere from our drunk pilot.
I always
bet the
pictured
cockpit
it.
is just like like this disgusting hole. That's just
Yeah.
like you don't even want to go into the cockpit.
Traces of drugs everywhere.
Yeah.
I always pictured the Cerberus to be kind of like a little less gritty Klingon bird of prey,
Sure.
with like a smaller
I prefer
bridge.
without the red lights.
I think you have to
Yeah.
go through beads to get into the cockpit too. You gotta
There's a
Get
few
in.
personal touches like that.
yeah.
So it's a pretty tight, austere interior. Is
Yeah,
what we're
it's not
saying.
very yeah. I like the shape of the Klingon warbird. I think that makes sense.
Okay. So,
Maybe
you
not.
guys have been landed for a few hours, just taking stock of equipment, doing a little maintenance before everybody can cut loose. And you're all having like a quick meeting in, I don't know, the hold or the mess hall? Where would you guys meet to have a quick powwow?
I like the hold. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure we keep our booties near all our booty.
Okay. So,
Rat.
while you're there, the lights suddenly go off, and you can hear every system in the ship powering down. A second later, the emergency lights kick on, bathing everything in red shadows.
I told you it was a Klingon bird of prey.
Well, that's just the emergency lighting, man. We just, that's how things go. And at the opposite end of the hold, a figure steps out and reveals himself. He is a tall, slender Xeno with, well, you can't really tell it because it's bathed in red light now that I've said that. He's got pale bluish skin, long, thin limbs, very spindly. He has a long spear with a bladed tip and 2 strange drones hovering near him. And
Whip out my blaster.
He's on our ship. Yeah,
I
I
hope
draw
he's
my
quick.
weapon.
Yeah, I
Alright.
draw my blaster. Just quick as a. I don't fire, but
he
I
makes
do. I shoot.
you immediately shoot.
Immediately shoot.
Do we recognize this? Is this
Shooting
lit?
him.
Okay, so are you making a scrap roll? Is that what this is?
Yes, that's a scrap roll.
Okay.
Emmett pulls a cookie.
Tyrion's just sitting there like, what?
That's one dice, right?
Whatever your skill is.
Yeah, it's 1 scrap. So there we go. 2.
All right. Let's see. So we didn't really establish position or effect, but this is we're going to start off controlled here. So what happens is you fire your blaster at him. One of the drones, which is sort of like this upside down saucer shaped thing, that's just sort of floating on probably anti-grav suspensors, like fast as lightning, moves itself between the Xeno and your blaster shot, absorbs the shot, and then goes back to hovering behind him, or just off his shoulder. And in response to the shot, he reaches forward with his free hand, and you are blasted by what you can only assume is Wei energy, which knocks the blaster out of your hand and sends it skittering into a dark corner of the hold.
Motherfucker.
Lord.
I take cover.
Okay. Is anybody else taking any actions here?
Emmett's going to walk up and shake his hand.
I say, hello there. If he doesn't respond,
So he does respond. Salutations. I am Etu Berat. I am a bounty hunter. I have been sent to collect you. I give you this opportunity to surrender peacefully so that your lives may be spared. The bounty I have taken does not specify alive or dead, but I prefer to bring inquiry alive.
By who, I might ask?
I am honor-bound not to reveal my charge while I am able to fight.
I say fuck that.
Do we know if he's human at all? Is he all
No,
cyborg?
he's a Xeno. Yeah, he's an alien of some
okay.
kind.
He's an alien.
Well, I don't like that very much, sir.
Anyone have any good skills in hack?
Yes.
I shall give you 30 seconds to discuss amongst yourselves.
Can I do a hack roll to kind of know what those things are and try to shoot at my blaster to kind of like not shoot him but disable one of those drone things?
So you want to use the hack skill, but you're talking about using your blaster to do that?
Yeah, I'll happy to use scrap if I can, but it's to know where the weak point on the thing, even if it means just like shooting at him first and using it, and to get him to block it, and then like shooting the thing afterwards because it's like kind of low on shields for like a split second right after it's actually used or something like that, because I actually know what the thing is.
So the way I see it, there's two ways you could do this. You could use hacking tools to try and make a connection to it to figure out what it is and how it works, or you could make a study roll to observe what it's doing and how it reacted to Pax's shot, or you could scrap to just try and expose a weakness in some way.
Okay, how does a study roll work?
So a study roll is it's a different action roll, and what you're after is information on how to make him vulnerable. Is that correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. I think I'm going to go for the study roll.
Okay. How many dice do you have in study?
Probably 0.
Okay. If you do a study roll with...
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, if you use a skill that you have no points in, you have to roll 2 dice and then take the lowest.
Okay, hold on. So I'm just going to roll scrap and shoot.
Well, hold on one second. Within 30 seconds, I have a 2 in study. Within 30 seconds, would I be able to study that and relay the information to Alex? Or would I not have enough time?
Let's say you'd be able to use your observation to make a very short summary of what you find out.
We're all huddled up. If you know what it is, you'd be able to say pretty.
Yeah, I have 2 dice in study, so. All right. Please be good rolls. Nope. 4 and a 1.
4.
4 and a 1. So let's see. So there is a consequence, but you still learn what you need to know. So Emmett, you were watching the drone very closely when Pax took his shot, and you saw it respond to the blaster fire immediately. You think that with the two drones, unless you guys put out a concentrated volume of fire, it would be able to successfully block almost every blaster shot you throw at. I mean, one or two might get through, but they're going to be very effective against a small quantity of blaster fire. Another thought occurs. So if you want to get past the drones, you either need to find a way to overwhelm them with a volume of fire, or you need to find a way to keep them from moving. Do something to knock them down so that they can't intercept shots.
Okay. So, of course, I would relay that to the
Mm-hmm.
to the team.
Yeah, we'll say you can relay that to the team. The consequence is that Etu says, "Your time is up," and he begins advancing on your position. What do you guys do? It's a slow, intimidating walk. So, what do you do?
I push bags into him, and then I take a shot like right over Bags's.
So, just to set the scene, he's probably about
shoulder.
20 feet away from you at this point, and he's walking closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I turn to the group and it's like, well, boys, there is a time and a place for diplomacy. This is not one of those times. And I draw up my two blasters. Shall we? And I just give the signal for everybody to fucking fire at once.
So I'm good with that.
Okay, so this sounds like you're leading a group action here.
Oh, am I? Is that what's happening? Okay.
So, the way group actions work, to remind everybody, everybody who's a part of the group action makes the roll for that action, and then we take the best result that any of the group had. The downside is, for the person who is leading the group action, for any person that's participating that had a result of 1 through 3 as their best result, you'll take 1 stress.
You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, you'll be okay maybe.
Well,
So 1 stress for each person that rolls either a 1 through 3.
Yes.
Let's do it. So what are we rolling?
Whatever your scrap is.
So this would
Yeah.
be scrap. I assume everybody's got more weapons there. Who did we just lose?
There we go.
Man, they're already going down already, guys. The fight ain't even really started.
Ooh, I got a 2 and a 2.
Oh no.
Shit.
2 dice?
I got a 2.
Ooh.
okay.
1
So,
dice or 2 dice?
Whatever your scrap is.
do I just roll regular scrap, even though I'm akimboing?
So if you want to use that for like a devil's bargain, let's see. Let's say you're by akimboing, you're increasing the effect because the volume of fire is going to directly help with disabling this guy's defenses.
Okay.
So we'll say that this is risky at great effect with everybody.
Can I use my mystic ammunition?
Yes, you can.
I'm certainly going to.
All right.
All right. And I have nothing in scrap, so it's going to be a disadvantage.
Yeah, so you roll 2 dice and you take the worst.
Come on, double 6.
Chris, did you roll yet?
I did. I got a
Okay.
6.
Okay.
You got a what, Chris?
6! Don't you see
Oh,
the
okay.
6 on the dice?
I can't see the 6
No,
now.
I didn't see it.
Okay, so I rolled a 3 and a 4. So
Okay.
3.
All right, so yeah, so that's 1. Matt got a bad result, and sorry, I should use character names. Doug, what result did you get?
I got a 2.
Oh, so Tyrion, you're going to take 3 stress on this, but
Boy.
it is going to be very successful between the mystic ammunition. So, real quick, tell me about this mystic ammunition. What does it look like when you use it?
So normal blaster fire, I imagine, are just like red bolts. This is like a lightning bolt coming out of my my gun instead of a regular just like laser beam. So it's just much more violent, and it seems much more uncontrolled, but it's still just as accurate.
Okay.
Kind of like the that sniper rifle in Unreal Tournament.
Oh,
the lightning rifle, whatever it is.
Yeah, like the shock rifle or whatever.
No, not the shock rifle. The one, it's like a replacement for the sniper rifle.
Okay.
It shoots like the lightning bolt. That's what it. That's what it
Is someone on my page?
It's a blue lightning bolt.
I don't think so.
I'm on your page.
No, why?
I was on your page.
Because it's scrolling down and like the text box is like moving, and I'm not touching it.
I know what you're doing.
I will remove myself from your page because I
Yeah, your view shouldn't be changing based on what somebody else is doing in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm slowly scrolling down. I don't know why.
That's
You sure something's not on your keyboard, holding on a button?
Pretty sure.
All right, so
That's me.
here's how we're going to handle this. Making him vulnerable. I am starting a clock for that. It's an 8 clock. Your success with a 6 there is going to mark 3 segments. The additional volume of fire from Tyrion's second blaster pistol is going to mark another segment. And the mystic ammunition is going to mark yet another segment. So you have 3 segments left to fill. And so one of the drones is working overtime to stop all this fire and ends up eating that lightning bolt and falling to the floor. The other's still operational, but is starting to look like it's a little hard-pressed. Etu notices this and runs forward in a charge to close the distance as quickly as possible. He bears down on Pax. What do you guys do?
Is there anything like in front of us that we could use to like trip him up a bit?
It's a cargo hold. I mean, I'm sure there's miscellaneous cargo around.
Emmett would probably try and slow him down just by tripping him somehow, like to get him off his feet.
So how would you be doing that?
I think Emmett would just try and find. I don't want to say the biggest thing, but like the thing that could be almost inconspicuous enough to kind of throw like marbles. Like I'm just making that up. I don't think we have marbles on, but like something small and inconspicuous he may not notice that we could use to kind of trip him, or like a broom handle, or like each of us are holding a broom and we run at him, or something like that.
So like knock over a stack of crates or something to try and
something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so with Etu bearing down on you, you'd try to knock that over. Let's see, what roll would you use for that?
I would probably use.
I think if you're stumped, scramble sounds the most appropriate.
Yeah, scramble I think works. Let's stick with scramble. So that's 1 dice. Of course, I was going back and forth between scrap and scramble with my last one, but I went with scrap. All right, let me roll 1d6 here.
Five. Okay. So let's see. And you're trying to slow him down so he can't get to Pax, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you slow him down, but he throws a kinetic energy blast through the way at you, and let's see. I'll give you a choice here. Either he's gonna concuss you and cause you some harm here, which you could resist with willpower in this case, or you're going to be literally knocked out of the room and unable to help for the immediate future. Like, you're going to have to spend time getting back up on your feet and getting back into the room.
All this for freaking my drunk pilot. Jesus. You're welcome.
So Pax, being charged at, sees him sort of do that, and he's gonna take the knife out from behind his belt in the back and charge him.
Okay, let's get to that. Matt, so which are you going with? Are you going to get concussed and take harm? I'm going to say level 2 harm. Or are you getting blasted out of the room, but otherwise unharmed?
So it'll just take me time to get back in the room, or am I out of the fight for good?
Out of the fight, everybody else is going to get to act once or twice before you can get back into it, let's say.
I think he wants to protect Pax, but not that much, so he'll get knocked out of the room.
All right. He force tosses your ass out through an open door, and the door shuts behind you.
Okay.
So, Pax, you are pulling a knife, and you are going at him.
Yep.
Well, that being said, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a snack.
And so my plan is at the last second, instead of jabbing him, I'm going to try to grab the drone thing and just fucking stab the shit out of it, get rid of it.
Interesting.
Soon as if he gets I have my pistol ready, open, for when I get the opening as he's doing this.
All right, so let's say you're doing this as a setup action for Doug's shot against the bounty hunter. So, which role are you going with here?
Let's see.
It's a grappling roll, so he has to roll athletics.
Probably scrap, I would guess.
Okay. There's an argument for it being scramble or something like that. But if you want to go with scrap, we're going with scrap. We'll say that's risky normal effect.
Okay.
So roll that beautiful bean footage.
2.
Okay. So yeah, you go for a feint in on him, and then you see the drone coming, you're ready, and then it jukes on you and slams you in the head and knocks you over. It's going to put you on your ass temporarily. You're going to take level 2 harm concussed, unless you want to resist.
How if I resist, how much stress do I take?
So you'd be resisting with I'm gonna say resolve for a concussion. So you've got 2 points in resolve, so you'd roll 2 dice, and you would subtract the highest result from 6, and that's how much stress you would take. So between 5 and 0 stress.
What did I miss?
So I'm no longer high as a kite, right?
Yeah, you're still coming down from that. We can replace that with coming down, but yeah, it's still level 1 harm.
Okay.
Are you just taking it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, so you're gonna be any further tests you do here are gonna be at -1 die.
Okay.
Because your bell is rung.
Ouch.
All right, so there's sort of a vulnerability there, Doug. Did you want to take a shot in that time?
If I get a clear shot, I have nothing else to lose.
So are you doing it at the drone or at the bounty hunter?
At his face.
Okay. So
is this a risky or desperate roll?
I'm gonna say that this is risky standard.
Okay.
Standard effect. Or actually, well, your setup action didn't work, so this is going to be limited effect. Now that I think about it.
Okay.
Because the drone's still up and running, even if.
Do we have any gambits left?
So they refresh at the beginning of a mission. So whatever you had left over. My notes say 0.
Okay.
Y'all need to roll a 6 on something here.
Yeah, I'm gonna push myself.
Okay, so it takes true stress to get yourself an extra die.
2 stress.
Does anybody want to assist him?
Matt probably can.
I think everybody's getting pretty full up on stress here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can't do it. All right. So I'm gonna roll 2d6.
Yep.
1 and a 4.
1 and a 4. Okay, so mixed result. Let's see. So this is reduced effect. The drone manages to get back in order to block the shot, but it takes it at a non-optimal angle. So we're gonna mark 2 more on the make vulnerable clock, and you only got to do 1 more to fill that clock. In return, though, he is going to lash out with his spear, his bladed spear, and cut you on your left upper arm. For this is going to be level 2 harm, slashed arm. So you have the opportunity to resist this harm.
Do I just take stress? How does that work?
So what you do is, for the attribute that you're resisting with, which in this case would be prowess, you count how many different skills you have under that. So you've got 2, 1 for scrap, 1 for skulk. And so you'll roll 2 dice. You will subtract the best result from 6, and that's how much stress you take. So you can take between 5 and 0.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
2d6. 4, so I take 2 stress.
Yep. So go ahead and mark 2 more stress, and you can just tell us how do you what does the resisting look like? Do you twist out of the way? Do you suddenly block it? What happens?
I definitely dodge it. And also create space. So he lashes out like a and I just scoot back really really quick and barely get out of the way. Maybe get a little shave, but not enough.
Yeah, the arm that was going to be cut there is a nice little gash opens up in the cloth, but exposing the skin below, but you are unharmed.
So how far away is everyone from the Xeno?
All right, so you and Pax and Doug are pretty close. They're within 5 or 10 feet. Tyrion is probably another 5 feet back, I assume, because he wasn't rushing forward.
He's been maintaining a very healthy distance between him and the angry man with the stabby pole.
Yeah, so Pax just got laid out, and Doug just combat rolled away. Etu turns his attention on Tyrion. What do you do?
Tyrion is still backing up to try and maintain a nice little, leave room for the Holy Spirit in the way. And he's going to convince him to shoot himself in the head because I talk. No. All
right, so it's a sway roll, desperate, and 0 effect. Do you want to make that roll?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna
shoot him in the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him again.
So you've got no points in this. Do you want? I assume your stress is getting a little bad here, and maybe you don't want to push yourself. Do you want to take a devil's bargain?
Yeah. So there's the Pax sort of gets his attention and eyes up to the ceiling and points out the hydrazine line that runs right above him that operates the cargo bay doors, and if he blasts that perfectly, it'll freeze him in the spot in place.
I want to fucking cryo sleep this dude.
That's right.
That's interesting. I was just gonna say something simple like you'll increase your effect if you I'll give you an extra die if like you just go crazy on the trigger and empty your mags, so you won't be able to use your blasters until you get some space to reload.
I'm good with that.
You like my? I mean, because you can go with Chris's idea of trying to shoot something on the ship.
Kill the guy.
I like emptying the clip on this guy.
Okay.
Makes more sense for your character.
Yeah, so you'd be rolling.
Like, kind of like the desperate.
There's a spy. He's gone. Never mind.
Okay.
So you'd be rolling 1 die here.
Oh, may the dice gods be favorable on me.
Lay down, JD. Lay down.
Six? I'm assuming a 6 from that reaction. Okay. So yeah, you rip loose. You drain those magazines as fast as you can, and most of it nowhere near the target. But that doesn't matter.
I'm screaming the whole time, not like heroic. It's just,
Yes, that's perfect. And your high-pitched battle cry, along with the volume of fire, the drone burns out trying to intercept the shots that are on target, and it falls to the floor, overheating, smoke coming out of it, and actually lands, and it falls in such a way that it trips Etu up, and he stops for a second and has to like figure out what the fuck is going on before he
the fuck up.
tries to do anything else. There's a small moment of opportunity to act while he's vulnerable now. Who does what?
I'm gonna crawl over and just try to stab him.
Just like stab him in the leg?
Wherever I possibly can.
Oh, you're just gonna leap at him and stab him while he's distracted.
The intent is lethal.
Okay.
So, yeah, whatever I can do, I will. So, scrap, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm on -1 on the dice.
Yep.
2.
Okay. So he. Yeah. So he is momentarily distracted, but he sees you coming, and he stabs at you with his spear. And let's see, he's going to. So here, I'll give you a choice. He's gonna hit something a little juicier, and you'll take level 2 harm, or he'll just cut you on the arm, causing you to take level 1 harm, but you lose your knife.
So what's 2 level 2 harms? How does that work?
That would fill one of 2 level 2 harms. You can take 2 level 2s. Although now you're gonna have -2 dice on everything until you recover.
Ew, that's gross.
All of a sudden, that little thing I took is going to come in handy, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see. Yeah. Fuck this guy. No, he's going to graze me.
Okay, so he's gonna graze you. You'll take level 1 harm, arm slashed. And you will lose your knife in the scuffle.
I'm just gonna. Can I do another action after that?
You're momentarily distracted by pain and losing your weapon. Emmett, I think, has had enough time to make it back into the fray. Do you do anything?
I think so. When Emmett comes Let's see. Axe on the ground. Where's Doug and why can't I think of Liam's character's name right now?
Doug's getting back onto his feet, and Tyrion is surprised that he doesn't have a spear through his chest, but his blasters are now empty.
Standing there, still backing up, just
yeah,
pulling trigger on
click,
empty
click, click,
mags.
click, 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 click.
This dude's in shock.
Let's see. I don't have really any stress to do my other moves, so I think I'd probably just shoot him.
Okay. Yeah, that's acceptable.
Might as well make use of the extra level up I put in scrap. And I gotta roll higher than a 2 at some point tonight. Jesus Christ.
You invoked Murphy's Law.
1 and a 2.
You invoked
2.
Murphy's Law, dude.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay. So...
I think I'm done using the dice on this stupid freaking thing.
Dude, download the fucking app I told you about. It's got a dice roller on it.
So...
I have a dice roller on my phone.
Wow, yeah, you guys haven't rolled great here.
No.
So... He's kind of had it with your shit, and he sees you in the doorway there taking shots at him, and he uses the way to deflect them, and then hits you with another blast that slams you back against the bulkhead. You're going to take level 2 harm concussed, unless you want to resist. With resolve.
So if I resist, I have... Let's see, I have 1 available stress left. So if my stress goes over, that's a trauma, correct?
That's correct.
Alright, I'm probably better off with a level 2 harm. That would be my guess. Alright, so I've actually never put harm in this spreadsheet. Where in the spreadsheet does it go? I see there's a left column and a right column.
It doesn't matter, either one of those, because you could have up to 2 level 2 harms.
Okay, so I just put an X in one of the level 2s. Okay. Alright, I will take the level 2, and I am concussed.
Alright, yeah, so just... Actually, what you do is you'd, write concussed.
Okay, so just write concussed in there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Perfect.
And so you are dazed and confused at this point. Alright.
Alright.
The immediate threats dealt with, Etu turns around, he wheels around and bears down on Doug, spear out in front of him, running forward. What do you do?
Reload.
Oh, Doug's still got bullets in the chamber. Or blaster. He's still got lasers in the focusing array. I don't know. What do you do? Doug. Cap. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you could hear us.
Yeah, sorry. I gotta load up my mystic ammunition again. I don't think my last shot was using it. And I think I want to take cover first.
Okay.
So
do you want to? So we could just say you're dodging behind a crate to give yourself a little bit of cover while you load this, or you're dodging back to make enough space and time for you to load in the mystic ammunition.
Yeah, that sounds right. And then yeah. So I think during the last spray of laser fire, I think while he was moving around and everything into that crossfire, I think I try to
line it up.
Shot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Take your shot.
Okay. I'm just gonna scrap just the
so
die.
It'll be risky great effect here with the mystic ammunition and the fact that he's now made vulnerable by removing the drones.
Okay. So I'll spend a gambit, and I generate gambits even when I spend it. Oh, I think that's only on a desperate roll. Do I still generate it? So never mind.
So wait a second. I think we generated a gambit. So there is now one gambit. When Tyrion was letting loose his little Fulisade. He got a 6, so that generates a gambit for us. So we do have one gambit available.
I'm gonna use it,
I did something.
and I'm gonna shoot him in the back of the neck.
Okay. So he is wheeling around to face you as you take your shot.
5 and a 4.
5 and a 4. Okay.
Who was this guy? Who did he say he was going after again? Did he say?
He addressed all of you when he asked you to surrender and come quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yes.
So he... So you take your shot. There's a consequence, though. So the Mystic Ammunition is probably a little dangerous to use in a confined place like this. It's going to blast him through the chest and cut out the other side into an electrical conduit behind him. And the ship is going to take 1 damage to a system.
Damn. Worth it.
So he's against an electrical conduit. Does he have any
There was an
armor on
electrical conduit on the other side of him.
He's fucking
from
dead.
where from where Doug was. So I'm gonna say comms, but it's actually up to you guys where damage to the ship goes.
Does he have armor on by any chance, like metal armor?
No, he's wearing like loose brown robes.
Okay.
His main armor is his speed, his powers, and those drones.
I say comms. I think that makes the most sense.
Okay.
Yeah, Comms has the most boxes, and when there's 2 left, everyone else has 1. So Comms makes the most sense.
All right. So your shot blasts him through the chest, and he inhales sharply, eyes going wide. He drops his spear and falls over, his breathing very ragged. What do you guys do at this point?
I'm gonna fucking
rush over to the man
and then search his body for anything valuable.
Before he does that, I kind of push Pax out of the way and I smack him around. It's like, fucking tells who hired you right now, and you might live.
I don't think that's gonna work this time.
Make us a sway roll. Or it sounds like you're doing sway. What action are you doing? Or command. Actually, it sounds more like you're doing command, but...
Sounds like command. I'd love it to be sway, because I got 3 dice on that, but thematically it's more command, so...
Okay.
That's a 1.
Yeah, he's dead.
That's a
Not
5.
telling you shit.
So Pax sees the sees what Tyrion's doing, and before he fucking suffocates him, he'll do the same thing and says, "We'll save you if you fucking tell us who sent you."
He manages to gurgle out Draxler before he dies.
Draxler.
I'm not going to make gurgling noises. I'm sorry, guys, if that ruins your immersion, but I'm trying to save my throat.
Wow.
So,
Who the fuck
Draxler's the guy, like, that you killed his nephew? Or is that somebody else?
Oh, this is our fault. I'm sorry.
So, this was a confluence of bad luck for you guys. So, this was your entanglement. I rolled this in advance so I could figure out what it would be, if it was going to be something more exciting than damage a ship's system.
No damage a ship system.
I rolled a 6 on the chart, because I'm rolling at wanted level 1, because you've got wanted level 1 in one of the systems. I roll a 6 on the chart, which means I roll again on the next wanted level up. And I got a 3, which gave me a bounty hunter to go after you.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, who would be suddenly very upset at them? Well, that'd be Draxler.
Not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
So I have a question. While we're still kind of in this whole thing, Do I have time to do another special ability? Or are we
sure? What do you?
I want to patch somebody. I wanted to use my patch skill.
On whom?
Who's taking damage? Harm, I should say. I know I have. Pax has as well, right? Or is he?
So,
who else is taking harm?
I'm all right. Surprisingly, I got a little scratch on my my nice coat here, but
Tyrion's only taken stress. I've taken no harm.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what patch lets you do is after you doctor somebody, it lets them ignore the downsides of the harm.
Until the downtime, right?
Yeah, like if you guys went into the next mission, what we could do is we could say in advance, well, you'd patch them up, and we could let you roll to try and let them ignore the harm that they still have if you guys didn't heal it.
So I have a question. Like, I have the fine med kit. If I just wanted to heal somebody, like, not having to ignore the effects, just heal somebody, would that just be a straight doctor roll?
So,
like, can you do that?
Yes. So what that would do is it would make it a greater effect if you're making a doctor roll of some kind. There's a lot of ways you could make doctor rolls. Think of the fine med kit as a vector to use the skill. So like,
okay,
you can use scrap to fight with your fists, or if you have a blaster, suddenly you have a vector to use scrap at range.
Okay,
if that makes sense. And also, a blaster is more powerful than.
So the fine med kit would just do more than just a straight doctor roll.
Yeah, so it lets you do the doctor roll better.
Okay. And I could do a doctor roll on myself as well, too, if I wanted, right?
Yes, yeah, if it came up in the mission. But the entanglement's done. You guys are safe. Mechanically, you are now safe.
Okay. Well, I was trying to see if I could do a doctor roll to avoid having to do it in the downtime.
No, that recovery is different. Really, like a doctor roll isn't a cure light wounds. It's ignore the effects of your wounds for a little bit, or it's a whole bunch of other things. Learning about something's anatomy. Or like it can be even used to provide comfort and care to somebody.
It's just like tape a knee, hand him some Advil, and it's like, get back out there, champ.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we're going to go ahead and move into downtime actions. Everybody's got 2, except for Tyrion's 1 extra that he can use for laying low or...
Can you buy extra actions?
I was just going to say that because I have the feeling that some of you are going to want to take like 3 or 4 actions this time. You can spend 1 cred to get an additional downtime action, and you can keep doing that as many times as you want until you run out of creds.
Are those drone things completely destroyed, or am I able to take a look at them?
That's an interesting question. So you have the wrecked drones. So add to it Bounty Hunter's wrecked defense drones to your inventory.
Don't forget about the Beskar spear.
To the ship's inventory, or
the ship's inventory, your own inventory, like.
Yeah. Okay.
And so if you wanted to work on repairing those, we could make that a long-term project.
Yes. I would like those for myself.
Yeah.
And the spear.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hang that up in my quarters, just like on the wall.
Okay.
Just gonna just wait.
Maybe
learn to use it myself someday.
Final blow.
What's that?
The spear. Maybe learn to use it myself.
Okay. Yeah. Remember, you can always change up your load between missions, downtime, what have you. So if you want to include that as a, well, I guess it wouldn't be a melee weapon. It's a little bigger than that. We could add a spot for a 2-load item, Bounty Hunter's Spear. If you want to add that to your sheet, I'm fine with that. Or just call it heavy melee weapon. But it would be a 2-load item.
like the heavy blaster is a 2-load.
Exactly. So we're going into downtime. Emmett, what do you want to do for your first downtime action?
So the credits are going to depend a lot on how much it costs me to craft. So I guess let me start with the craft roll.
Okay.
To see if I'm going to need to spend any credits to actually get this thing to work.
I believe we called the item Tier 4. You're Tier 1, so depending on how the roll goes, it could cost you 1
3
credit.
credits, right?
Or if you roll really badly, it could cost you 4.
All right. Do I frickin' take my chance with this frickin' dice roller again, or do I go to the one on my phone?
What are you trying to make?
He's trying... he got the schematics for a very clandestine glove that would allow him to, like, inject people with poisons without people noticing.
So I got that, put my hand on your shoulder. Hey, how's it going? I can all of a sudden just, insert
It
some
should
poison.
it should be like Gerald's glove.
Yeah, it's basically like one of those KG poison rings. Just
Yep.
ding.
Except fancier and spacier.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll be
that
right
would
back.
Okay.
So what kind of... So, for this roll, is it just a straight D6, or...
So, this would be a rig roll.
a rig roll?
Yeah.
That's not good because I don't think I have anything in rig.
You could ask for assistance from your pilot, who I believe has a couple points in rig.
Could I do that as like I'm a doctor, not a ... Like, could you use an ability on that?
Yeah, you could do that. It just costs you stress as normal.
I could get some.
All right, I have 1 stress left, so I'm just going to do that.
Well, hold on.
No, I don't. So if I use that 1, I go to a trauma.
Oh. Liam
Yes.
needs Liam has the trauma.
Does he?
Yes, Tyrion has a trauma.
When
Can you
did
get
this
rid of
happen?
traumas?
Nope.
He
You can die or retire.
He gained the stress from the last thing he did.
Ew.
Yeah, so
Okay, so he went catatonic in the corner there.
yeah, just like he's just like he's on the bio bed in the sick bay, just like going like this.
Click, 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 click.
All right, so if I don't have anything in rig, would it just be like, because I know you're supposed to take the worst roll out of 2, is that still the same thing?
Yeah, so, I mean, here's an idea. Like, if you really want to... I'm a doctor, not a ... Or you could get your mechanic to help if Pax can spend a stress to assist you. Actually,
I did try and knock him over, the guy over for you, Pax, to protect you.
actually, I don't think this would cost... this would cost stress. Like, Pax, if you want to help with this, you just roll your skill. You don't lose a downtime action here.
Oh, what are you gonna give me?
I helped try and save your life before, and for all the drugs you've stolen from me. Let's call it even.
You give me more drugs, and we'll call it even.
Well, you know you're just going to keep stealing, so you're already going to get the more drugs.
Just tell him you'll give him more drugs. You don't even...
Sure. You can have more. I'll make special drugs just for you.
Sounds vaguely threatening.
No, I'll just make special ones that he's going to like.
Nice. That's so kind of you. I'll help you out.
Okay, so you'll get to use Pax's rig skill. Matt, this is for your action, though, so you can go ahead and roll it.
Okay, how many do you have in rig, Chris? 1 or 2?
2.
I believe. Yes.
All right. All right. First one is a 4, and then a 2, so 4.
Okay. So that is a mixed success. So this is +1 to your crew's tier. So it's going to cost you 2 to complete this. 2 credits.
All right. I'll pay the 2 credits.
Okay. You have it. Your stealthy poison glove.
Nice.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Congratulations, Emmett. You are now a harm assist.
Yes, harm assist indeed. All right, Doug, what's your first downtime action?
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta grab the battery.
Yep.
I think I am going to go out and just have a night on the town, reduce my stress, enjoy some.
Hey, you want to go to the casino with me?
Yes, that kind of night. Have a good time.
All right, so you guys both want to do vice rolls together?
Yeah.
All right, so do you want to do? Do you both want to go gambling?
I'm going gambling.
Oh no, I don't want to gamble. I want to just get.
Yeah, you do.
Nah. No, I just want to drink.
Okay, so you could play penny slots while you come over every so often to check up on how PAX is doing.
Yeah, I'm not at the card table or anything like that. Actually, okay, yeah, I am. I go.
You're gonna gamble?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm gonna focus more on drinking than gambling, unfortunately.
So you can choose to wager between 1 and 3 credits here.
Oh boy. Okay, I'll wager a credit.
1 credit. Okay. So we'll do yours first. What you're going to do is you're going to make your vice roll. So you're going to roll a die. Actually, let me verify that's the correct number of dice for you. Yes, 1 is the correct number of dice for you. So you'll roll 1 die, and then I will nominate somebody else, and you'll roll the die, and that's how much stress you will recover. You'll delete that many stress.
Okay.
And then
5.
for the 5? Ooh. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice.
So, yeah, you have a great time doing this. Let's see if you actually won, though. So, Liam, go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
And I will be rolling my little vampire die, not my metal die, just to test out if this is a winner or not. 4.
Okay, so Liam rolled under your roll, Alex, so you win. Add an extra credit to your sheet.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
So you're over at the low stakes table. I assume Pax is going to the high stakes table?
3 credits, man. 3 credits.
Let it ride! Alright, make your vice roll.
It's just one dice, right?
I believe so. It's whichever attribute is lowest. So yeah, just 1.
Yeah. 6!
Nice, dude.
All right. Matt, go ahead and roll for the house, please.
What am I rolling?
1d6.
Just a D.
Fucking
1d6?
Discord, dude. What?
4.
Okay.
Excellent.
Pax wins big. Add
Wow.
3 credits to your sheet.
I'll be expecting one of those credits in return,
For what?
helping you win.
You didn't help me win.
Is Pax reducing harm, or is he using some of that nice salve that we got?
No,
Pax-
he's not using that. That's in my quarters right now.
Yeah,
That's
Pax,
I'm not reducing harm.
Pax is going out to the casino first. He'll worry about recovery later. He's coked up and ready to party.
Of course.
All right, Tyrion, what's your first downtime action?
Reduce some motherfucking stress, man.
Okay, so we noticed that you had filled up your stress there, so you take a trauma from that.
Yes.
Yeah, when you fill up your all 9 of your stress boxes, you take a trauma.
I thought you filled up 9, and then when you took your 10th, that resets you.
No.
It's the same with the the experience boxes. The upside to this is all your stress is going to disappear.
Yeah. Think of it that way.
Oh, that's a good thing.
I don't like that.
There you go.
This.
So
I was under.
So
And
what
that
happened?
fucks up.
Let's okay. So if you're not comfortable with this, let's roll it back. So what happened to cause you to take that last stress?
it was the initial. I take the 3 stress from the group action. So I'm sorry, that fucks up the entire encounter.
Yeah. So let's find a way to resolve this. Let's just say temporarily we're going to ignore that limit. You still have 9 stress, and you got to get rid of it. So go ahead and take your vice. What do you do for your vice?
I think Tyrion wants to get the fuck away from these guys for a little bit and go to like the most posh party he can find, with all the most excellent socialites, and he's going to stick around until like the wee hours where only not the most respectable of the nobles stick around, and he's just going to be like chugging champagne left and right, or the space equivalent, and he's just going to be hungover as shit in the morning.
When Pac saw him go fucking insane, like just pulling his triggers like incessantly until like for 30 minutes, right? he did offer him an invite to go to the casino with him, but
no.
Yeah.
Tyrion got his money through birth. He is not going to gamble it away. God, I feel like shit now for fucking that all up. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. We're more clear on it now, and we can just move forward from that.
Okay. 3.
Okay, so go ahead and remove 3 stress. It's a fine party, but it doesn't. The chandelier barely floats at all. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
This drink is good. It helps drown my demons, but they know how to swim.
Yeah. All right, Emmett, what's your second downtime action?
So
I notice you got a level 2 harm and a lot of stress.
Yeah. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to get rid of the level 2 harm first.
Mm-hmm.
And roll a recovery die.
Okay.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah, so what we do for that is you will and actually because you're on Amaresh, you get an extra die on recovery rolls here.
Okay,
so
and I get an extra one as well too for my special ability.
Yep. Yeah, so and you're doctoring or what let me double check how this says. You're removing all level 1 harm. Roll ship's quality -1 or a crewmate's doctor ability. So you'd be rolling 4 dice here.
Right. And how does it work with the dice? Is it just like I have to roll 6 to remove it, or
you've got a 6 clock. If you look at your harm counter, there's a 6 clock underneath it.
Yeah.
A result of 1 through 3 will check off 1.
Okay.
4 through 5 will be 2. 6 will be 3, and a crit will be 5.
Okay. All right. So I'm just rolling 46.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if you guys can read that. Let me make sure I'm actually.
No, not additive.
6, 4, 4, 4. Okay, yeah. So you're gonna mark 3 segments on your recovery clock there.
Nice.
Very good.
So 3 segments.
Yep. So you're halfway there.
How come it's only 3 segments on 4 rolls?
So rolling more dice does is it doesn't give you extra effect. It gives you a greater chance of getting the effect you want.
Oh, okay. So you just take like the top 3 rolls out of 4.
Yeah. So like
Actually.
Yeah, I mean the math is interesting. Like if you look at like the probability curves for how many dice you're rolling, but
yeah.
Hold on, time out.
What?
Liam, what was that?
What did we miss here?
What?
I was singing "Living on a Prayer" with the mic muted.
Okay.
¿Por qué?
I mean, I can sing it with the mic on if you would prefer. It's just going to be very out of key.
Not really. Not really. All right, so if you had level 1 harm, that's cleared, and you're making good progress towards getting rid of the rest of your harm there. All right.
So if I only had level 2 harm, though, like if I don't have any level 1 harm, what does that do? I'm just getting closer to getting rid of the level 2 harm? Okay.
That's correct. All right. So, Doug, what is your second downtime action?
I would like to work on a long-term project.
Okay.
And start investigating these wrecked defense drones.
All right, so if you want to repair them, you have 2 major obstacles to overcome. The first is that they're not programmed to protect you or any of the other crew. They're programmed to protect the dead alien that's bleeding in your hold, unless you like threw him in a garbage can outside the ship. I don't know what you did with them.
Incinerated.
Okay. The other problem is that they've just taken a bunch of damage and they're going to require some work. So that's 2 things you have to work on. I'm going to make this an 8 clock because that's a fair amount of work you got to do to get these up and going again.
Well, I'll see if I can. I'm going to first try to do what I'm good at, and I'll try to see if I can get like the CPU out of it.
Okay.
Try to recover that so that I can actually put that on another device, and that way I can start working on the software. So I'm going to try to take out the parts. So I guess start disassembling it really as best I can, but really just to get the salvage the good stuff to be worked on.
All right. So it sounds like you're rolling hack here.
Yes, I'll use my hacking tools.
Okay.
Show. Okay. So does that give me an extra die?
No, that would basically think of it as a vector to accomplish a task. Like, think of a blaster pistol as a vector to accomplish scrap at range, whereas normally you would just need to run up and punch somebody.
Okay.
The hacking tools would let you access devices that you normally wouldn't be able to access because they're physically closed up. Because you have the time and space to work on these drones, you can get them opened up. You don't need the tools there. It's assumed that you would just have those.
Okay. All right, good. So I roll a 2d6.
I believe that is your hack.
I got a 6 and a 3.
6 and 3. Okay, we're going to mark 3 segments on this clock.
Nice.
3 down, 5 to go before you get your defense drones up and running.
That's gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, Pax, what you doing, boy? You kind of busted up.
I'm thinking about the ship. You know, that sort of probably needs to be repaired. Because, you know, it's drifting a little to the left, you know. But he's just riding that high from the casino. He's just gonna stay another night and roll them dice.
Alrighty, you do betting 3 again?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
4.
Okay. Alex, can you give us a roll for the house, please?
All right, that's just a 1d6.
Yep.
I have like all the die, but the I got a 4.
The house wins, I'm afraid. You have those 3 credits back, Chris.
Fucker.
But you remove 4 stress.
Did I remove stress from the last time?
I don't know. Did you remove stress from the last time?
I did not. Should I have?
Yes, you should have.
So how many was that before?
What did you roll?
A 6.
Oh, you might not have wanted to go back to the casino because, like, if you get anything other than a 1, you would overindulge. And then you would either have to pay a bunch of credits, take extra heat, or disappear for a session as you go on a bender.
Yeah, we don't necessarily want.
Haha. So I have 2 stress left over from the from.
I think you were. I think you were.
So I'd be down to 0. So.
Yeah, so you wouldn't want to do that second vice.
No. All right, so let's not do that.
Yeah.
All right, rewind.
Yeah, we're rewinding that because that's an important distinction. You would not have done that otherwise.
So 0 stress, and I'm going to.
May I suggest recover? Bitch at somebody else to repair the ship.
The GM suggests it.
Hey, you can do whatever you want.
He does. Yeah, I'll recover, I guess.
Right. You are going to get 4 dice here. There's an advantage to doing it here and now while you're on this planet.
Okay. 4 dice. 5, 2, 2, 1.
5, 2. Okay. So a 5 will get you. Let me double check. 2 segments on the recovery clock, which stinks. That's not very great. And it clears both of your level 1 harms.
I'm still concussed, though.
You are still concussed.
So that's a fucking goose egg.
All of a sudden, that thing I decided to take is looking real good. I haven't researched it yet.
Nah.
All right, so I'm going to mark 2 on your recovery clock, Chris. Or Pax. And Tyrion, what's your second downtime action?
Tyrion is going to reduce a little bit more stress.
Okay. Go for it. Are you doing anything fun in particular?
Tyrion's having a me day, and he's going window shopping at the most expensive district.
Okay.
Like, just spending an entire day wasting all these people's time. Just like, oh, please tell me about this. And, like, an hour later, it's like, so are you going to buy anything? No, but thank you for your time.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
Lame. No. That's a 2.
Okay, so go ahead and clear 2 stress. That kind of stinks.
Yeah.
All right.
I am back down to 4.
So everybody's had 2 downtime actions, and
I'm buying one.
You're going to pay 1 cred to get another downtime action?
Yes, I am.
And I assume you're recovering again? Is that?
Yes, I am. I can deal with having no stress to use, and if I have to take a trauma, I will take a trauma. But I do not like. So what happens if I get to 3 harm? I'm dead, right?
Nope. 3 harm. 3 harm basically means you need help just to move around and do anything. Like you're not unconscious, but you're in a real bad way. Like somebody basically needs to carry you around.
Okay, yeah, we don't want that. So I'll try and do more of the recovery thing there.
Okay.
I got a. Make sure you guys can see it again. 3165.
All right, so that's going to mark 3 more, and that's going to fill your recovery clock, so you can go ahead and clear all your harm.
Oh, good.
Nice.
So yeah, just clear out the marks on your recovery clock, clear out your harm, and you are all better.
Excellent.
You get some extra meds from the mendicants to help you out on this.
Perfect.
All right, Doug, did you want to
buy a thing too?
Okay, so go ahead and spend a cred and take an action.
I'm going to continue to work on this defense drone. I was on a roll before, and I'm just
You're not
I'm
going
just into
to
it.
fix the ship at all, right?
Hmm?
No.
Nah. Yeah, I'm just gonna work on the defense drones.
Okay.
So it's just another 2d6, right?
Yes. Yeah, the next one you won't be able to do hack on, because at this point, assuming this goes well, it's mostly mechanical after that. Yeah.
Yeah. 5 and a 5.
All right. So this is going to mark 2 more segments. So you're one good roll from finishing that clock.
Great.
And I've marked no. You're not going to be able to do hack on this one again, though.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Pax, are you taking another downtime action?
Yeah, man, just burn that cred.
I don't think so. Can you... Let's see... Acquire asset, craft... What were we talking about acquire asset before? That was
that was for the mission, so I don't know if that's something
Sometimes.
we would have to do now in order to set ourselves up for the mission, or if we can do it later, but we were talking about getting a freighter in order to transport the goods for next operation.
I think Pax is really into this sort of drug enterprise that we've dipped into.
I am on board.
Because that just means more for him. So he's gonna talk to what's her face?
Remember Tyrion gets like a free acquire asset.
Yeah. Yeah, and he has been saving those just so that we're not spending an extra cred when you guys do a flashback to acquire assets, which you can do. Like, you
don't know. So like this whole
Entropazine.
Like we need two runs of it?
Yeah, basically, if you transported it in your ship, it would fill the amount that you need would fill your cargo hold twice over.
So I was going to spend a cred to get a freighter to, basically take 2 shipments with us.
Mm-hmm.
The extra with us. But if you're going to use that acquire asset to do that, then never mind.
Yeah. I'll probably use my acquire asset to expedite transport. If you're going to take another action, I think the ship could use a little bit of repairs. I don't know.
I was telling Alex I need to do that.
I will point out that anybody can repair the ship. You don't need any special skills to do it. Yeah, it's just you spend a credit and a box gets repaired.
I mean, it's fine for now, really. It's not like...
It's only on fire a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only a few garbage fires.
I mean,
totally manageable.
What's the worst that could happen, really?
Chris, how many credits do you have?
That's none of your concern.
We're looking.
Well, I mean, it's actually mostly owned by the loan shark.
No.
I'm sorry, sir, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in your stash?
For repairing the ship, you could just spend the credits out of the ship. That's an option.
Oh, it is?
Stay in. Yeah.
Not using a downtime thing?
Well, no. You would use a downtime action to do this.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
You're spending that downtime action from the ship's cred.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's do that. Let's repair what? The hull, I think is...
That makes sense. That's
yeah.
good.
Like the hull took damage, the comms took damage.
So
there's only 2 just
just to remind everybody, so it's going to cost you 1 cred to take an extra downtime action. It's going to cost you another cred to actually do the repair. So it is going to cost 2.
That's some bullshit. I think he's just making up rules now.
Engines are damaged, comms, and hull.
Hull has only 2 slots, so probably hull. Right?
No, you only have 1 point in hull.
I understand.
And that's damage, so yeah, you guys can't take any more damage to the hull.
Right. So might as well repair that one.
Yep.
So you spend the 1 cred to do the downtime action, and then the other one comes out of the ship.
You owe me 1 cred, so why don't you just pay that one? And then...
No, I don't. I don't owe you shit.
You stole one from me.
Because you refused to pay the Space Marine.
I refused. What? Yeah. You should have too.
And we all paid up.
I'm
Except
sorry,
you.
such pussies.
I don't owe you shit. I was paying for you.
No. Did not.
Well, next time that Battle Angel Diana comes along, you can pay her in your own way.
I will definitely.
Or you can ask for that credit back. She'll probably hand it to you along with a Flamming Warper.
See a consensus.
All right, so you're what are you doing? Sorry,
Are we getting this freighter?
Chris. What did you end up deciding on doing?
I'm not doing anything. Are we paying from the ship?
Yeah.
We're repairing the ship from the 1 credit from the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not paying a dime towards the ship.
But you still have to pay the credit to take a downtime action.
Why do I? Anyone can do it.
You just take the credit from the ship.
Just take the credit from the ship.
Are there 2 credits in the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay,
ship has
okay,
2 credits. Okay,
I
so you're
was under the
spending those.
assumption there was 1.
Ah,
I want you guys to get in a fist fight over money, imaginary money.
It's going to happen.
All right, yeah. So you spent for your extra downtime action. You spend the 2 credits out of the ship's hold, and that was more than I wanted to delete. And then you're repairing the hull damage, right? See?
Yes, the hull.
affirmative, the whole.
All right. Tyrion, are you taking an extra downtime action? Are you saving that bonus acquire asset / lay low?
Yeah, I'm gonna put that acquire asset in my pocket, and I'm gonna spend an extra cred to take another downtime action.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm hoping to complete this goddamn 12 clock,
Okay.
so I
Let's
can
see.
do other things.
How many do you have left?
I
So
have
he's got
2 left.
he's got 2 left in this 12 clock. To
So as long as
the
I-
governor.
As long as I don't roll double ones, we're good.
Don't jinx yourself.
All right. So Tyrion's going to visit one of the. He's going to hear that there's like a party going on in the governor's honor, on like another planet, and he's just gonna go over to one of the nobles who got invited and hitch a ride, and then catch a ride back.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to be attending a party that the governor is at. So I assume, is this consort that you're doing, or you're going to meet him in person? So you're going to try. Well, I guess sway is about deceiving somebody or convincing.
Sway
them of
is
something.
usually my persuasion bullshit stat. I don't want to do that with a governor. I want to be on good terms with him, so I'm going to consort.
Okay.
Six and 3.
Nice.
Of course, my metal die is the one that rolled the 6, and my little plastic die is the one that rolled the 3.
All right, so that completes your clock. You are at the party. You get an introduction from the judge that you chatted up last time you worked on this. He leaves you to talk after your introductions. You tell him a couple of stories about some of your adventures, including the artifact hunt that you went on. And he's very intrigued by this. He tells you that he's got quite a collection of his own, and that he is always looking to expand it. Given that you're into that sort of thing, he says, if I get a lead on something, I will give you guys a call about making the acquisition.
There you go. Mission.
Guys, we have connections in high places.
So yeah, go ahead and add to your contacts Governor Malclaith.
So what is he like? What is this? What is he this collector of?
Artifacts. So all the spooky
Japanese sex toys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ancient vibrator dildos.
Yes.
Yeah, they won't work for you like that. Unless you're very unlucky. But yeah, he loves them, so he likes collecting them.
Okay.
Governor Malclaith is one of my influential friends.
Mm-hmm.
I can do things now.
Yep. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna cross that off the public clocks there.
Now what the fuck am I gonna do? I befriended God, so I now befriend the devil.
Emmett, are you taking another action?
I got 1 credit left, and I want to use it to get rid of some stress.
Alrighty. That's probably a really good idea.
Yes, I'm going to be poor, but at least I'll be healthy, hopefully. Alright. Dice roller out here. That's just a... roll 20. That's just a 1d6. That's a 4.
4, okay. So go ahead and remove 4 stress. Tell me about what you do to do that. Maybe something fancy with all the local flora.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's been on a sweet kick lately, but I think with the planet they're on, he's actually going for more of like a fancy salad kind of a thing with some of the greenery and the shrubs, and he tries to go out and see if there's any local fruits, and you talk to the mendicants to see if there's any local fruits in the area and make.
Oh yeah, they definitely have some good leads for you.
Yeah, so he's basically, in the free time, he went out and kind of collected some of that stuff, and he's whipping up a couple salads for the crew, and having some fun with it. He's tossing fruit in the air and chopping it with knives, and he's having a good old time.
Excellent. Doug, player pass.
Or
payer pass, I should say.
What's going on here?
Do you want to take another downtime action?
No, I'll pass.
Pax, do you want to take another downtime action?
Good.
Tyrion? And Emmett is out of the cache, so we are done with downtime actions. That was quite the downtime action session, guys.
To think we've done this for an hour and we haven't even lined up a fucking job yet.
Yeah.
Well, we had that stupid freaking bounty hunter that slowed us down.
Yeah, that was quite a fight.
The bounty hunter.
So, you guys have a few options at this point. We're moving into free play where you figure out your next job. You're interested in this this drug deal.
Drugs.
And you actually get a call from your Larock, which is a little concerning because you never gave him your contact information. He says, "Hello again, boys. If you're wondering how I got this number, remember the background check I was doing on you? Well,
yeah, I know.
It bears fruit. It turned up something interesting in that you're not freight merchants, the sort of thing I would expect for somebody offering the deal we had, that you're bounty hunters. Are we still on?
We actually just lined up a freighter to help transport the goods, sir. We are still very much dedicated to fulfilling our end of the deal.
Excellent. So the terms still stand. The amount specified for 15 credits. All right.
Of course.
And he hangs up on you. You guys have another call from... God damn it, I've forgotten his name. Sorry, this is why I gotta look things up. It's from Thale Karat. He says he has an urgent mission that needs your attention, and he hopes you will call him back.
Who the fuck is Thale Karat?
That is your contact at the Guild of Engineers.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Hate that guy.
Tell him to put the message in the subject next time, okay?
Yeah, we're gonna let it ring out and go to voicemail.
Okay.
Poor guy.
All right, so you guys want to deal some drugs here.
Yeah.
Drug some deals. So, you're going to have to find, and you were thinking about two options. You could either steal the stuff, or you could make it after stealing precursor chemicals.
That's right.
So the precursor chemicals are going to be easier to get your hands on, but then you're going to need to make it, which is going to need facilities and expertise. You have a doctor who's a good start there, but you're going to need to get equipment for this, which you can either buy or steal.
Nice. I have a great idea. Let's kidnap the mendicant.
That's awesome.
And make them make drugs for us?
Just like the other guy was.
Yeah, we just kidnapped the same guy.
Right. He knows this already.
Well,
Yeah,
how about instead of kidnap him, we could, employ him?
Yeah, offer him a job.
Offering a job implies payment.
We'll pay him 1 credit.
Yeah.
We'll pay him in food and lodging.
Yeah, and he can be a part of our crew.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Makes sense to me.
are we going to make this shit, or are we going to steal this shit?
Doc,
It'd be more fun to steal it.
Well, I know, but hey, Emmett, can you make the shit?
It might be more reliable in the long term if we're able to make it.
I don't know. Can I make it? I'm sure I can.
Are you sure you're sure, or are you just sure?
I would obviously.
I'm confused by this question.
Can you roll a 2 and make it, or you have to roll a 6 and make
Actually,
it?
can we take a 5-minute break real quick, because I really need to wet my whistle.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we were discussing your two
Whether
approaches of
2 or a 6
make it or
Emmett could
steal
make it.
Yeah, how confidently can Emmett make this shit? This is a no-fail thing. You need to be on point every time. No waste,
Shit's gotta be pure, man.
Yeah, so mechanically what we could do is, if you get the chemicals you need and the equipment you need, it would be a doctor roll to start making it. Possibly several doctor rolls where we'd make it into a little mini game where we'd have racing clocks of wasted chemicals and product, where you got to fill up the product clock before you fill up the wasted chemicals clock, or else you got to go out and you got to steal more chemicals.
Not bad.
Interesting.
There you go.
Makes it so it's not too easy, but still some risk involved.
Yeah.
I like it.
As long as we're not like Ocean's 11ing this shit to get it, then.
I think getting the raw material shouldn't be as difficult as stealing a bunch of actual.
And I can start putting more experience points into what is it, insight, to get my doctor rating up a little higher as well too.
So the chemicals you could steal or you could buy them, because the precursors for making entropazine are not as tightly regulated. It wouldn't be cheap. I'm going to say it would probably cost you about 5 credits to get a set of chemicals.
Access money.
Well, can't we steal the chemicals?
Or you could steal the chemicals. What you won't be able to buy easily is the equipment you need to make it.
So
Maybe easier to buy the chemicals and then go steal the equipment instead of having to try and steal 2 sets of things.
does anyone have any contacts that are?
Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on.
Yep.
I know a banker.
I know a scoundrel that, or a gang boss. So under Fast Friends, right? Like I still know these people, right?
No. So on the individual sheet, you know you've got the one friend and the one rival. On the ship sheet, you guys know all those people, and then the one you guys picked is one you know really well, who can really help you. But they're shared contacts.
Didn't we talk to Jexril before?
Yeah. She helped you with something back on Warren. I can't remember what.
I don't remember what it was for, but yeah, I'm fine either way. Let's we can do a little of both. Spend some cred to get the chemicals, and then do a mission to get the equipment, or vice versa.
I think that's a good start. Because that way, going forward, we'll have the equipment. We won't have to worry about that from further missions unless it gets.
Guys, I'm gonna mute for like 5 minutes. I'm just gonna get the kids into bed real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Keep going. I'll catch up after. I'm just gonna mute so you guys don't have to hear it.
Yep. Thank you.
Blake, shut the fuck up.
We see the belt come off.
Okay, so you guys want to steal the equipment. All right, so you're gonna have to find a lead on that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Jexel, whatever his name is, and see if he has any contacts that are that can fix us up with some that kind of equipment.
Okay. So you contact Jexril. I think that's how you pronounce it. Jexril.
Jexril.
Fixer?
Yeah. And let's see. She says, "Hello, lovelies. I got your message about some high-end chemistry equipment. This is not the kind of thing you can find in your community college lab that you could steal. This is something specialized. You will need to look into some different possibilities. It is most commonly easily available from from groups that deal in drugs themselves, or at least in complicated chemical processes. Obviously, the Guild of Engineers would have lots of options, but they are very dangerous, and you might not want to mess with them. You could look into the Makers Guild, the Yaru. They require many different chemicals for creating their clones. The Ashen Knives are big drug den operators when they are not murdering people for hire. So that's maybe a strike against going after them, is that they murder people for hire. There is also the Turner Society. They are a high-end vice house for the wealthy and well-connected. But they are themselves wealthy and well-connected. Those are your options as far as I see it. You could maybe look more on your own, but that's what I am aware of.
So, I mean, maybe we could throw something in with the Guild of Engineers and ask them for the equipment in exchange for doing something for them, because they were just calling us for something. I don't know how willing they would be to give up the equipment for that.
Yeah, well, depending on what their mission is, if they are willing to offer us credits, we can ask them, we can propose a trade.
Right. Or,
we could say, give us this equipment, and we'll put, like, X amount of credits up for collateral, but give us this equipment, and we will do that job for you, and the equipment will be our payment. You just pay us now, and we'll do the job for you after.
So you want to give Thale Karat a call?
yeah, see if he accepts those terms. If not, we'll go either the speaker's route and go all high society, or we can just steal some shit.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm nervous about going to the high society people is because that they are wealthy and well connected, and their security might be a little bit more high end than your average Joe. But let's give Thale Karat a call, ask for the equipment in exchange for us doing his job. He pays us first, but we'll put up something for collateral just to be like, yeah, we're good for this.
Okay. So you contact Thale Karat. He pops up on your view screen. The Cerberus crew. Excellent. I have a very urgent matter that requires your help. We don't have any assets in place in your area, so you are the closest and best able to respond. 51st Legion sent a ship, but they went dark as well. We have a ship in the Iota system transporting an experimental project of a very sensitive nature, and something has gone wrong and we have lost contact with the vessel. I need you to go in, retrieve the chief scientist, whose name is Gorvin Dran, and, if possible, recover an intact specimen container and bring them both back. It's being transported on a medium freighter, but we don't know what to expect. We don't know what went wrong.
Mr. Karat, we were actually calling you for a mutually beneficial arrangement here. See,
well, we will pay. This is. I will be upfront with you, gentlemen. This is a very dangerous mission, and we are willing to pay a premium for your services.
Very good. We have an exact price in mind.
Yes.
Pack sort of pulls Tyrion aside and says, "Try to get the freighter on lease."
Well, Pax, if we take up this man on his job now, we have to do that job first.
Yeah, I think we do have to do this job first.
Oh, I know. It's the freighter that this shit is on. See if we can just keep it first.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't know exactly how soon Mr. Jan... I forget his name. Jan
Jan Larock.
Oh, Jan Larock.
Jan Larock. I don't know exactly how soon Jan Larock is expecting his shipment, so...
you guys didn't establish an exact timetable, but you would not want to wait too long. Like,
we can get this.
if you don't make, like, basically, if you're not making forward progress on this, he's gonna get upset and cancel the deal. But if you're doing this to get a thing, that's forward progress.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like tell you how many weeks you have left. It's just if you're working on this, you're working on it.
I go back to Guild of Engineers, man. So many names. Sorry.
Thale Karat.
Thale Karat. Mr. Karat. Exactly how much were you planning on paying for this mission?
We have allotted 10 credits.
10 credits. I step away for a second. I consult with everybody else.
Unacceptable.
Do we know how much this equipment's worth?
I don't
Just
know.
tell them we need this specific equipment.
So,
And we want to, if we can...
Well, I know, but if we can get credits out of this thing, then...
I'm trying to haggle the best I can here.
Right.
okay. So, you're gonna try to get him to give you the equipment you need. Are you trying to buy it permanently? Are you trying to rent usage of it? What are you trying to do?
How much would this particular equipment be if we wanted to buy it permanently?
So this is serious equipment. If you're buying it factory fresh, I'd say it's probably going to cost you probably more than you'd be getting paid for the drug delivery.
More than 15?
Yeah.
More than 15 credits?
Oh, and then they're already offering us 10, so basically we're talking 25 credits here that
No, so
net from this whole operation.
So if you want to own it permanently, yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of money. It's going to cost you a lot of money. This is like there's a reason it's hard to get your hands on a large quantity of atropazine because it requires a lot of very complicated equipment.
Okay, how about this? Let's form. This is hard to haggle right now, but like we can give him like a bond or something like that, you know, where it's just like, here's this, we're gonna pay you off, and you're lending us this, you're lending us the money, and here's the collateral, and then once we pay you off with like a little bit of interest or something, we'll.
So the other option I'd want to throw out there is that you don't have to buy it entirely and own it forever. You could rent it from them. Like, you're on good terms with these guys. You're doing a mission for them. If part of your compensation for the mission is to borrow this, that would keep your margins on the drug deal pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say you talk it out with him. He's a little surprised, but you send him the list of equipment that you need. He says, it's a little suspect, but I'm not asking any questions.
We're scientists, too.
Indeed. I don't want to discourage your pursuit of the sciences. Anyway, if you want temporary access to this, provided you can guarantee nothing happens to it, and the equipment is returned in the condition that it is received in, I can offer you 5 credits for the job and a temporary rental of the laboratory equipment that you need.
That's
Good,
Very
everybody.
That's good.
Okay.
Mr. Karat, I believe that you do have a deal.
All right. I will send you the last known location of the freighter, and please proceed with all haste. We don't know the status of the crew, and we really need the chief scientist back alive, or we will be set back a great deal, and we will lose a valuable colleague. So he transmits you the location. He transmits you schematics of the ship. And what's missing from what he sent you is, other than a picture of a canister, a sort of squat cylindrical canister with a handle mounted into the center top of it, he sends you no information on what the project is, what's in these containers, or anything of the sort.
Can we at least ask him if it's volatile?
If we're exposed, is it going to kill us?
He says you must handle, if you encounter any samples, you must handle them with extreme care.
Volatile. Okay.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I would say that too if I didn't want anyone touching it. But whatever.
I mean, you're like, if you find some during the mission, feel free to crack it open and snort a line of it.
I mean, don't tempt me. Okay.
Okay. So this is what we're doing. Cool.
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense.
Man, I thought you'd be like knocking over some drug dealers to steal their shit here.
Honestly, that was on the forefront of my mind, and then this came up, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't think of, oh, you just ask them for it. Okay, so you picked your job. Each of you can make a gather information roll of some kind to give you some information that's going to help you on the mission. What do you guys want to do for those? And you don't have to if you don't have anything you need to know about it.
Okay, so this ship went out into like buttfuck nowhere, and
No.
We just lost Matt.
And yeah.
Let's drive on, and hopefully we'll pick him back up in a minute.
Yeah, so it ships out in buttfuck nowhere. And they sent a 51st Legion ship out there, did come in contact with it. It's just still drifting, for all we know.
Yeah.
Can I see if I can figure out if it was like the target of a pirate attack? Just kind of like get my feelers out there to see if like any chatter has been just like, yeah, we just knocked this bitch over.
Okay, yeah. So, is there a contact you want to hit up to try and get that information?
I don't have a personal contact. Let's see, ship contact.
There's Stacy, the ace reporter, who might have her finger on the pulse.
This would be good.
Okay.
Hello, beautiful.
Sorry, computer ended up.
Oh,
Whacking
Tyrion!
out.
So good to hear from you again. What brings your call today? I assume you're not talking. You didn't call just to hear my voice.
Oh, that's only part of the reason, my dear. It is such a delight to hear from you. But I am afraid this is on business. I would like to know if you've heard anything on the wind about a certain engineer ship that might have been the target of some malevolent force.
There were whispers a couple months back that a Maelstrom captain had gone rogue and attacked a engineer's freighter and taken a device from them, but that's old news by this point. I haven't heard anything recently. No, not Draxler's Raiders, not the Maelstrom, not that other one that your bad GM can't remember the name of.
Shame. So, I don't even roll for this. It's just, it hasn't been attacked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could make you roll for it, but
just to see what I would get. I would learn less. Like, I would forget things from that roll.
Yeah.
Like, Guild of Engineers, what's that?
Okay. Emmett, do you have any information you want to gather before the mission starts?
I'm gonna pass just because I missed some of what we're doing. So
Okay. Doug.
I think I'll pass too. We know where we're going.
Okay. Pax?
Unless we don't.
No, you have the coordinates. You have the coordinates, you have the ship schematics, you have this vague picture of a container.
I want to find out like how many crew there are.
Okay. So based on the schematics, it's a medium bulk freighter. Theoretically, they can run on a pretty small skeleton crew just for running things back and forth, but if they were transporting cargo or passengers, they could contain a lot more people.
Yeah, I was thinking more specifically like names of people that are working on that freighter.
Okay. Do you want to do anything with that information, or just to get an idea of exactly how many people are on it?
Just to get an idea of like, just maybe like to have someone there, I would have an idea of who we're dealing with, or someone.
Oh, so you want to know if there's somebody that you might know through a contact or something? Is that what you're?
Something like that, or just like just to sort of maybe we can pay off and like down, not right now, but like pay off down the line, next session or something during a flashback or something. You know what I mean?
Okay. So a manifest wasn't included with the information he sent, but it's possible that somebody at the Guild of Engineers could get that for you. A place to start might be Thelkarat's secretary, who you know already and who you bribed once, who seems to like you now.
Sure. I'll go to her and ask her for a manifest for the ship, and see exactly what they were doing and.
Okay.
Who's on?
So is this a consort?
I would say probably.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do a consort.
All right, give me a consort roll.
6.
All right, so this is very detailed information. So you get a full manifest. Let's say there was the standard crew for the freighter, which was like 12 people. You've got the chief scientist, his 5 aides, and a whole bunch of lackeys, probably like 10 guys there. I hope you're writing this down, because I'm not. And there was an additional contingent of 12 security troops.
Were they hired?
Go ahead, Alex.
Sorry, were they third-party security troops, or were they like part of the?
No, they're employed directly by the Guild of Engineers.
Okay.
So I just want to clarify: did this ship go missing, or did it get hijacked?
They lost contact with it, and they don't know what happened.
Okay, so we don't know if they went rogue or not.
No.
Okay. But we know where the ship is.
Yes. Well, its last location. It might be somewhere near there.
Arian is completely oblivious, but Liam has a very, very, very deep fear that when we get on there, all the lights are going to be off, and it's either going to be xenomorphs or zombies.
Okay.
Well, Emmett has a lot of poison with him, so...
That's a reasonable fear.
It is.
A deep fear.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Yep. All right. So are you guys ready to make an engagement roll here, or do you want to look for any more information?
I mean, I think that's good. Now we can settle the rest with flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to say flashbacks would work.
Okay, sounds good. So what approach do we want to use?
Let's fucking go in with
Do we want to go in deceptive? Like,
I'm
a doctor. I can fake myself in as maybe like a doctor's aide or an aide that
so during
been sent to help.
Is there an opportunity to buy a module for the ship?
Yeah, we could roll back the clock a little bit and say you guys got some work done on the ship if you guys want to spend the money.
So, like, how much does to get like plasma cannons cost?
So, normally modules cost, I believe, 6 credits.
Yeah.
The particle cannons have the additional wrinkle of them being kind of illegal.
Illegal.
Yeah, so that would involve some extra contacts and opportunities. That's not something you pick up at the normal shipyard. Most stuff you can get there, but the illegal stuff, no, not so much.
Gotcha. All right, I was just wondering.
Yep.
We're good. Continue.
All right, so engagement roll. So your approach. What is your approach? What are you thinking? So broadly, we have the. Why can I never find this when I want it? There we go. Assault, deception, infiltration, mystic, social, or transport.
I would say assault is probably out because we don't know what the deal is. I think maybe deception or infiltration.
I think like if you did say, "Oh, we're going to do assault," like when you find the ship, what that would look like is you burn in fast, you forcibly dock, you kick the door in, guns out. That's what an assault approach looks like. So I mean that's a thing you could do.
Is that our style though?
No, not so much. But that's what that would look like here.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this could be for a flashback. We could also be replacement security. We could do a flashback to get security uniforms.
Do we want to be like infiltration or something?
That's what I was thinking. That could work for infiltrate. Because if we can replace 4 guards, and say, "Hey, we're here to replace guards," you know.
We're thinking too narrow on this right now. We need to think in broad strokes for the engagement.
I'm just thinking for like if that could be a strategy, then infiltration I would go with.
Well, like if that would be like the detail of a strategy here. So like Liam said infiltration. What Matt you were describing was deception, I think.
Deception, okay.
Maybe. Yeah, or social.
I feel like it would lean more towards deception.
All right, we got 1 vote for infiltration, 1 vote for deception. Pax, Doug, how do you weigh in?
What have I missed in the?
So we're just figuring out the broad approach to the engagement. So the votes so far are deception, where you're tricking or luring or manipulating, or infiltration.
Like
infiltration. Okay, infiltration. Pax, did you have an opinion?
I guess infiltration.
Okay. So then we're just going to need a detail, the point of infiltration. Where are you going to try to get in at?
I think we want to just we want to locate the ship from a distance first and try to like scan it and everything as much as possible before actually like going in there or anything like that. We just want to I think we want to take a step by step safe
like, if you guys want to do that, we'll handle that as a stress-free flashback, because that's absolutely something you would do going in. But what we're talking about is, like, once you scan it, where are you planning on hooking up? Like, the main cargo doors, a hatch by the engines, you're spacewalking and cutting a hole in a view screen.
I think we would have to really assess the danger first before we know exactly how we get in. But I like the spacewalk idea. That sounds a little crazy though. But if it actually came to that, but depends on the status of the ship. Like if it's in tatters, then spacewalk would be order. Oh, but if it seems like there's nobody in there, maybe just like docking and going in through a cargo hold will just be simple because everybody on the ship's dead. You know?
Yeah. Like, we really don't know a whole lot about this.
So just infiltration implies that you're trying to sneak in.
Mm-hmm.
And what goes on from there is entirely up to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You have your mission, you find the chief scientist, you find samples if you can, and get them out.
Yeah, let's just let's say airlock. Just don't come off as like too suspicious if we are being watched.
Okay. So enter through an inconspicuous airlock.
Yeah.
All right. So for the engagement roll,
I'm sorry, I have like a 15-minute warning. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I can't go too much later. So let's finish the engagement roll. We'll do experience for the session, and we'll call it a night there, and we'll have to pick it up next Friday. Sound good to everybody?
I like it.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
So advantages, disadvantages. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
It could be.
I'm gonna
yes.
say, I'm gonna say yes.
We're going in completely blind.
We're doing like a potential rescue mission against a bunch of alien cyborgs.
Yeah. Say hi to the face huggers for me.
I will
Yeah.
shit
Oh,
my
I
pants
hate
at those
those.
xenomorphs.
Is the operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? I'd say no. You're going in. You're going to see what you can do. You're remaining flexible. Does the plan's
We don't have
detail
a
expose
plan.
a vulnerability or of the target or hit them where they're weakest? Let's say because you guys were studying the schematics for the ship, yes. So you've picked the airlock you're going in very carefully based on that information. So yes, so we're up to 3 dice now. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses against this? Any special preparations? No. Can your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? Are there enemies or rivals interfering in the operation?
I've had some friends.
Yeah, I mean, we had a secretary lady give us some more deets.
Mm-hmm. That's how we got the schematics.
Or is that a bit of a stretch?
I think that's a bit of a stretch because that's what gave you the information or more information.
Okay. So we already got a dice for it.
I'd say yes. Other elements. There is one element that's going to take a die away, so we've got 2 dice for this. Go ahead,
You and me,
roll us.
Chris?
You
Sure.
each roll 1.
6.
Nice.
What'd you get? Okay,
Come on.
so it's a 6. You guys start in a controlled position.
Nice.
Excellent.
Okay.
See, starting next Friday off on a good note.
Very true.
All right. So we're gonna start in controlled position. right, great. So let's do experience. Start with the ship. We did not conduct a successful mission. Contended with challenge above your current station. That bounty hunter was very dangerous.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
go ahead and mark 1 for that.
So is this just for the ship?
Yep, this for the ship. Bolstered your crew's reputation or developed a new one?
I think we bolstered our reputation.
By taking down the bounty hunter?
Yeah, as well as by involving the engineers with our kind of operation that we're starting.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of know what's up, and I think that's building our rep for becoming.
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Was that 2 for bolstered or just 1?
I'm going to say that's 2. 1 for taking down the bounty hunter head on, and you're kind of developing a new reputation in your little side business here, I'd say. Does that sound correct to everybody?
Yeah, I like it.
Express the goals, drives, inner conflicts, or essential nature of the crew.
Money. that is a goal and a conflict.
We mean business, and I think we're all kind of united on this.
Yeah,
this
I think you guys definitely have a drive on this mission. So mark 1 for that. One more, and you guys get a new thingy. All right, we'll run through you each real quick. Pax.
Yes.
Address the tough challenge through speed or flair.
Yeah, I'd say when you charge the guy with a knife instead of being smart. Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
yeah, mark an experience for that.
Okay.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Like Tyrion said, money.
Money.
Drives.
It's a girl.
You're trailing off, Chris. We can't hear you.
No, I was thinking to myself. I don't. Probably not.
Okay. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
No, I don't think this time.
I think yes.
Did we do XP for the last mission, like when we were rescuing the scientist? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, which one? What happened?
Last session. Yeah, we got that in.
Okay,
I'm getting better about doing that. It wasn't like our Apocalypse World campaign where the first thing we did every session was the experience from the last session.
Okay. I couldn't remember, so.
I think you... Well, tell me here, Chris. So when you fired a shot at the bounty hunter immediately, was that because of your reckless trauma?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because mechanically, there's a couple options on how you can deal with a bounty hunter. You can fight them, or you can run from them, or you can pay them off. And sort of, that was a struggle that you just opened up with fight. So take a point from that. All right, Tyrion. Address the tough challenge with deception or influence.
Nope.
Okay.
What about the governor?
I think me and Nate covered that long-term projects don't really count towards my XP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just something you're working on a little bit. It
would be awesome if it did, but
yeah,
that
because
would
you could guarantee you'd get a point every session from that.
Yeah.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Again, no. All I did was fire some bullets and brown nose with some nobles.
Okay.
The deception or influence, like he led a group action. Right?
That's not That's not really influence.
It's not influence.
No.
Wait a minute.
I do want. I do want to say that, like, you got 1 for beliefs, drives, heritage, or background, because when you were doing your vice, you were really playing up your background and your love of all the finer things.
Okay.
So, and you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session? No. But you got the 1 from the background.
I will ask this. When I unleashed the bullet storm on Mr. Man, was that a desperate action? Because I remember we generated a...
No, it was risky, and that's why it generated a gambit when you rolled a 6.
Wait. I thought... So we generate gambits on a risky roll that gets a 6.
Yes.
I need to write these rules down because I'm getting them all mixed up here.
Yeah, I know. There was some confusion on that. On that little public info sheet, I wrote that your gambits count up at the top. It's 6 or crit on risky. But yeah, you didn't end up having any desperate actions because you guys... Your situation didn't really deteriorate. I probably should have pushed you guys into desperate territory somewhere there, as he closed in. But that's my failings as a GM.
So 1 XP.
Yes. All right. Emmett, address a tough challenge with insight or compassion.
This may be a stretch, but insight. When I tried to trip the bounty hunter, instead of just like going all like shooting, I tried to actually think about ways to get him down rather than just pulling a gun out and shooting him. Kind of a stretch, but
yeah, that one's a bit of a stretch. But remember, also you did identify a weakness in the drones, figured out how those work. True. So I'd say that was take 1 point from that. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. Struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
Nah.
Okay. And Doug, address a tough challenge with charm or audacity.
I don't think so. Not this time.
Okay. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Nah.
Okay. Struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
No, I just kind of had a good time gambling and drinking, and I won all the money back, and I don't think that was much of a struggle.
Okay. Take 1 pity XP because I want everybody to get at least 1 XP per session.
Okay. Do I allocate that wherever
yes,
I like?
So you can put that into your playbook, you can put that into insight, prowess, or resolve, and when any of those tracks fill up, when any of the attributes fill up, you add a new skill point somewhere there. And when your playbook XP fills up, you pick a new special ability.
Also, if you put it in prowess because of our ship, you get an extra box,
No,
right?
That's only when you do the training downtime action.
Oh, that's only the training downtime, okay.
Yeah, just when you're earning XP normally, it's just, you get the 1.
Okay.
But yes, our ship does have a special ability where if you do training for prowess, you'd get 2 experience points rather than 1.
Oh, cool.
All right, that's it for end of session stuff. We are set up for a pretty cool mission next time. I hope y'all are looking forward to it, and I hope I see everybody next Friday. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a good one, fellas.